Yo, once again it's on. Real Kens TV's back at you. One time for your mind, we in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like this video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Comment, share, hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. You know, excuse the noise in the background. I'm driving and I got my wipers on and it's raining and you know how it is, you know what I'm saying? But I needed to bring you all this action, if you will. So despite whatever conditions I'm in, we fly in any weather, like Birdman says. But nah, in all seriousness, this is a very serious video. And I know oftentimes we get on here, we have a good time, we act silly, we laugh, joke, you know what I mean? But sometimes we really have to get on here and really think about things. And I encourage you all to really share this video, because you never know what a person is going through. You never know who this video or the videos that you watch, you never know how it's going to affect the next person. So it may not affect you, you know what I mean, directly, but you can help someone indirectly by allowing them to see this. I want to talk about addiction. And one of the worst addictions that I know of and that I've been told is gambling. Now you have several other addictions. You have you have drinking, obviously, which is terrible. Drugs, sex, you know, fast money, that's an addiction. You know, addicted to getting fast money, that's definitely an addiction. I've been told, I don't know if it's proven, you know, but I've been told that the worst, or one of the worst addictions, is gambling. Now the story that I'm about to tell you, after witnessing something like this, I definitely can say that I could see how gambling would be the worst addiction. But I think that they're all bad. You know, it's kind of touches home with me with the gambling, because at one point I gambled a lot. I gambled way too much. That's how I ended up going to prison 3 times in my life and serving over 10 years in the Department of Corrections. You know, I was never a guy that was out here selling big drugs, you know, robbing people, killing people, shooting people, you know, because I got to call a spade, and that's just what it was. You know, when I came up as a kid, I don't have a juvenile record. I came up, went to school, you know, played sports in high school, football, baseball, you know, a little bit of basketball. And, you know, ended up going to college and playing football for a year. Never a blemish on my record. I never had a problem with following the law and staying out of trouble. It wasn't until the age of maybe 21 I was introduced to gambling at the casino. Now don't get me wrong, I always came up shooting dice in the parks and things of that nature, but it really wasn't that serious. I guess maybe it was, but at that young age I didn't recognize it. You know, you take $40-$50 to the park and you in the dice game. Less than that, really. Way less than that. And I enjoy shooting dice. But at the age of 21, I was introduced to the casino. By the age of 22, I had won a lot of money. You know, $60,000, $70,000. That's a lot of money at the casino. And I won it in a stretch of maybe a month and a half, 2 months. Now we're talking years ago, you know what I mean? So, hell, even now winning that type of money at the casino, if you're just a regular Joe like me, that's a lot of bread. But I want to talk about a situation. And this video may be a little lengthy, but hey, I encourage you all to stick around. Situation, I was at the casino. I had just arrived at the casino. I didn't know what was going on. I seen a whole lot of police cars, fire trucks, which I don't know why the hell the fire truck be there sometimes when there's an emergency. Sometimes the fire truck be there and you be like, why are they here? You know what I mean? But the fire truck, the fire department was there, and a whole lot of ambulances. And so, if you know anything about going to the casino, once you get to the casino, that adrenaline rush hits you. You're not really concerned with too much that you see outside of the casino. We was in a parking garage, so our main thing is we're just trying to get in. Nobody really asked too many questions. So this particular time, my game of choice is the crap table, which is awful, like every other game in the casino. So we at the crap table. No, actually, I was with a group of friends, so we ended up going to the blackjack table. They like to play blackjack. And one of my friends, he's kind of, like a high roller or whatever. So everybody clings to him because he got the money. He got the bag. So when he goes to the casino, it's kind of like, Floyd Mayweather kind of speak, so to speak. Just with way, way, way less money. So when he moves, everybody else wants to move except for me. I'm my own man. I go by myself. But these other guys, they won't go unless he goes. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, we ended up all going that night, linking up when we went to the casino. So we're at the blackjack table. And nobody even mentions what's going on or what had gone on in the parking lot. So we're playing, and different dealers have different personalities. Some talk a lot, some don't. Just the way it goes. So the dealer ends up telling us that the reason for all the police cars and the ambulances and fire trucks and etc. and what have you and whatnots, a guy had walked out of the casino, went to the 3rd floor. The casino's on the 5th floor. I don't want to say which casino, and I don't want to say which state, because you never know how these videos may circulate, and I wouldn't want any of his family members to, actually see this video. Now, if they see it, my apologies to you. My heart goes out to you and your family. This was probably a year ago. So, I'll keep some things anonymous. The guy had left the casino in pure disgust. That disgust that we've all felt. If you're a gambler. When you have to make that ride home, and especially if you don't live, like the casino's not close to your house. So you got to drive, an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. You don't want to hear nothing. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want to hear the radio. You ride home in complete silence, beating yourself up. Wondering, what am I going to do next? How am I going to pay the mortgage? How am I going to pay the rent? I'm already hiding my car because I'm 2 months behind on my car payment. I done lied, made up stories to get this money. I owe this money out. People's looking for me. Now, when I say looking for me, not literally in a sense of looking for you, but then again, you got loan sharks out there. So, yeah, that's possible too. People looking for you. You done ruined your credit. You done sold everything, every valuable materialistic thing that you had, you done sold it. You don't have anything else to take to the pawn shop. Can't go to the check cashing places anymore. You done used all your overdraft in your bank accounts. Probably don't even have a bank account because it's been shut down. Any resource that you have financially is gone. You burned every bridge. Even if you didn't burn the bridge, you can't go back to an individual and keep borrowing money. And even when you can, it's not enough to do what you need to do. I know that feeling, because that was once me. You feel like it's you against the world. So it's F the world. So getting back to the story about the garage at the casino. The dealer, he's telling us that the guy was just fed up. He couldn't take it any longer. He walked out of the casino, took the elevator to the 3rd floor, got on the ledge, because it's like a ledge, you know, you're on the 3rd floor, right? So there's a ledge, and when you're looking down, you see nothing but concrete. You know, you got the 2nd floor, you got the 1st floor. And he did a swan dive off the 3rd floor. Died instantly. You know, I didn't know the gentleman, but the dealer was telling us that he had been coming to the casino for quite a while, and he was just losing left and right, left and right, left and right. And that's what gambling will do to you. When you're in a situation where you feel like, I've lost it all, I've disappointed everybody around me, my family, nobody believes in me anymore, because every dime that I've had, you know, I've gambled it away. You really get to a point of what's there to live for. Anytime you get some money, you're taking it to the casino or to the horse tracks or whatever your choice of gambling may be, which hopefully is not a choice. So for the people that have gambled, whatever their choice of gambling is. And it's just one of those things to where it's saddening, man. From what I hear, he had kids, he had a family. But it's hard to maintain those things and good relationships with those things when every dime that you get, in his case, goes to the casino. And gambling is a tricky thing because you'll go down there and you'll win big. All it takes is to win big one time and you're thinking, okay, I can do this. You're not thinking about all the times that you lost. So you go down there and you win 30,000 and you feel like, oh man. But you're not even considering the fact that you probably lost 130,000. You know, 70, 80,000 before you won that 30,000. Then you're not considering that 30,000, you may come home, do the right thing, you know, pay a couple people back, pay a couple bills, pay a couple things off. But in your mind, I can't give away too much of this money, or pay out rather too much of this money, because I got to keep 20 to come back. Then I'm gonna win again. Then I'm gonna go pay this, and then I'm gonna win again. That's what your mind tells you. It just doesn't work out like that. And unfortunately, life doesn't work. Life isn't about good intentions. It doesn't work like that. That's what I was trying to say. You know, you can have good intentions sometimes and it just doesn't work out, but you know, every time, and it's like, oh, well, I had good intentions. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So I encourage you all, if you're gambling, have any sort of addiction, get you some help. But guess what? You're going to have to want the help. And you're going to have to be willing to put in the work. Because we've all said it. You be disgusted on your ride home. I'm done gambling. Take your little casino card and throw it out the window. You know, they give you a little player's card where they give you the free food and you might get a free room. You know, all the things is going to keep you coming back. I feel like the casino is the devil's house. And I feel like everybody that works at the casino, you're part of the problem just as well. But it's not your fault that people come to the casino. But I just feel like everybody that works at a casino, they're part of the problem too, man. That casino is the devil. And if you have the ability to go every blue moon and, you take $100 and you lose that and it doesn't get out of control and it's for entertainment purposes only, because that's the thing that they try to endorse because they have to, but at the end of the day, they want all your money, but they have to make it like, oh, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. They have to do that. It's just something that they must do. But at the end of the day, they want all your bread. All of it. Every dime in your purse, your wallet, pocket, sock, whatever, they want it all. So like I said, if you can go and, have a good time, $50, $100, and you gone and you don't come back for another 3-4 months, okay, I guess. But when you're relying on the casino to pay your bills or to get back when you've lost, or you're on the verge of losing your house, or, it was a time to where my car got repoed, man. And I ain't had the money, and I took my last $250 to the casino. Instead of me just taking that $250, putting it on my car, I took that last $250 that I had. And fortunately for me, I won $1,200 and ended up getting my car back. But I have so many other horror stories to where it didn't work out that way. And finally, I just got to a point in where I said, enough is enough. My mother always told me, as long as you gamble, you'll never have nothing in life. And I have a friend that he's won big money at the casino, but he seems to have amnesia rather, when it comes to all the money he's lost. There's no way that he's won more money than he's won. But in his mind, he has. You will never have nothing when you gamble. Is there an exception to the rule? Yeah. But most of the time, you're the house. People are coming to you to make the bets, and that's illegal. And they will hit your ass with a RICO and organized crime, by the way. So just be mindful of that in Kentucky anyway. I don't know how it is anywhere else. But they will hit you with a criminal syndicate, organized crime for that. I don't wish that on anybody, but I'm just letting it be known as far as being a house or being a bookie or running a illegal casino out of your garage and things of that nature. So if you're willing to take the risk, being a house, yeah, you'll probably win. You know what you're doing. But when you hear people say, oh man, I never lose, and I go to the casino and I do this and I do that, and they're lying. They're lying. Point blank, they're lying. Yeah, and I said it. And I say it with my chest poked out. They're lying. Nobody wins all the time gambling. Nobody wins the majority of the time gambling. Just doesn't happen. Got too many years in. Like I said, if it wasn't for me gambling, I never would have went to prison. I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in to this day, having to deal with the consequences of the bad decisions that I made early on in my life. But guess what? It is what it is, and I make the best of it. Don't cry for me. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that I understand that I had to change my ways and I had to change my life. And I sincerely hope that you all share this video. Ain't about no likes. Even though I hope that you all do like the video, feel free to comment on it. But I really want you to share it because there's some people out there that's hurting and is dealing with some things. When you have addiction, you get antisocial. You don't want to be around anybody. You don't want to talk to nobody. You just in your mind. And with gambling, I know it's like, okay, how can I come up on some money to go back and get my money back? And once I get my money back, I'm good. Just rarely works out that way. If you're fortunate enough to have a job, you go to work every day, you're going to find yourself calling in some days. You're going to find yourself making excuses why you got to leave work, why you miss work. Because guess what? You're trying to take that paycheck and the money that you done made. Forget this little $18, $19 an hour I'm making, which is good money, by the way. You know, it ain't going to make you rich, but that's good money. It's a livable wage here anyway in Kentucky. But that ain't enough. You trying to go win 50, 60,000 like you won before. I don't get high, I don't use drugs at all. But they always say, the danger with getting high, you always going to chase that first high. You'll never be as high as the first time that you were high. Don't know that to be factual, but that's what I've always heard. Try to stay away from anything that isn't on the up and up. Drugs, drinking excessively, porn, fast money, women, men, whatever your preference may be. Gambling. They're legalizing gambling in more states now, building more casinos. More sports books are coming your way. Just be mindful, man. Joyce Meyer once said, it's only one way to success. Stairs, not an elevator. So anytime you think that you can just go to the casino or bet on the game and hit a quick lick, yeah, you may win from time to time, but ultimately you're going to lose, man. And like I was saying, I encourage you all to just share this video, man, because somebody needs to hear this. We share everything else. Fleece Johnson, not knocking him, he drops a video, we share that. Anytime somebody drops a video and we laughing and kiki gaga, you know what I'm saying? We share that, but this reel right here, it's probably the realest video. Matter of fact, it is the realest video I've ever made, man. Because I never opened up about my life, and I never really told a lot of people these things that led me to the penitentiary. Gambling, my gambling addiction, and I don't know if it was so much of a gambling addiction, more so, I think it was more so than a fast money addiction. I never got a rush when I won big. I never got a rush being at the casino. I just wanted that fast money. And opposed to breaking the law, which ultimately happened, I didn't know anywhere else where I could go and I walk out with $50,000, $60,000 after 3, 4, 5 hours and not get questioned, and it was all good. But the casino. And once you start having money, you get used to having that money. Then when you don't have it, then what? You think you just go back and say, okay, well, I'm just go back to my job and I'm bringing home $500-600 a week, which you should. That's a great thing to do. But it don't work that way. You used to being able to go to the mall or go wherever and buy whatever you want within reason. You got 60, 70, 40,000, whatever in your stash, your shoebox, hidden in your crib, a little bit of money in the bank, however, wherever it's at. Now you look up and you don't have anything. It's real, real dangerous, man. Real dangerous. Again, my heart goes out to that gentleman's family. To dive off the 3rd floor of a casino garage. And I can imagine, I don't know this to be factual, I can just imagine just all the times that he had lost and he had no other options and he was just tired of it. You work, give your money to the casino. You lie, make up a story about why you need the money, you give your money to the casino. You come up on a God blesses you with a lick, money kind of falls in your lap, you give it to the casino. You steal, you break the law, you write them checks. Your mind is like, okay, I'm gonna write these checks. I know I could go to jail, but I'm gonna win. I'm gonna come back and pay it off. Now you go to the casino and you lose that money. Now the bank's calling. What's our money at? What's going on? You go from that 780, 800 credit score. You exhaust all your cash advances, the loans that you can get through the bank, any other means of fast cash, gone. Big equipment you had, now your wife's wondering what the riding line, what the zero turn went at. The Exmark zero turn, the John Deere. Me, myself, I had a Cub Cadet. Gone. Put your car title up, car title loans. Man, I done been there too. Put your title up, you keep the car. Go get a couple $1,000, take it to the casino, you lose it. Now you can't make them balloon payments. $300 a week they trying to charge you. You try to hide your car, but eventually you get caught slipping or they catch up with you. You come out, car gone. Yeah. I did it all. Know about every single thing. It's sad, man. It's very sad. And all I could think about is that gentleman just standing there on the ledge. And at some point, like he had to have known that's what he was gonna do. If I lose this money, I can't go on anymore. Because there's no way to get back in a lot of cases. Go rob a bank. If you get away with it, guess what? Next time you're in a bind, you're going to go rob another bank. And another bank. And another bank. So you're going to look up. And when they finally catch you, you done robbed 7, 8 banks. You ain't getting out for a long time, if ever. That's what gambling, that's what addiction does to you. You find yourself in a situation where you feel like it's gotten out of control. Guess what? You're still out, you're free, you're alive. I encourage you to go get you some help. You know, even if they don't have a GA, Gamblers Anonymous, man, go to NA. Addiction is addiction. Admit to yourself that you have a problem. And you're powerless over that problem. And you need a greater power to help you rid yourself of that problem. And once you do that, and you take it serious, you're on your way to a better life. But as long as you keep telling yourself, nah, today's my day, I feel good. Today's my day, I'm gonna get back. Today, it's like you got a shovel and you're digging a deeper hole every single time. And eventually you're gonna find yourself in that hole and being covered up while you're in that hole. Real Kens TV. Once again, hopefully, you know, I don't necessarily want to say you liked the video, but it was informative. Feel free to comment, share. Definitely share it. Subscribe. That post notification. So anytime I bring you a story like this, you're amongst the first to receive it. See, our channel is a prison channel, but we talk about other things. We talk about hip hop, talk about a little sports, we talk about, you know, music, R&B, and we talk about, you know, addiction, because all these things, ultimately, especially addiction, it can land you in the penitentiary for life. And if not for life, for a long time. And you're going to hurt and damage a lot of people's trust on your way to wherever you may end up being. Real Kens TV. Till next time, we out.